One of the things that I tell all of my friends, everybody I know, every employee that I've ever had, I've told them, your partner will either make you or break you. Whoever you spend to choose your life with, that person will either drag you into the fucking slums of despair, or they will build you up and make you better than you ever could have been on your own. And that could not be made any more clear but by the events that I'm about to parlay to you that are all 100% true. This is the weirdest shit I guarantee that you've heard this week about some fucking drama going on between an ex-employee and a current employee and their girlfriend. So let's get into it. 2 years ago, I had an employee. Amazingly hard-working guy, tough, strong, showed up for work on time. When I say this man was strong, he rode bulls and bucking horses for like 10 years in the rodeo circuit. This guy, there's nothing he can't do. He can fix small engines, he can fix cars, he can run pump trucks, find septic systems. He can fix anything. He can do anything. He's involved with this girl. Now, I start to see the decline as his performance decreases and he starts showing up late for work and he starts missing days and he's got things he has to go do, and pretty soon I can't even schedule him for work because there's so many days out of the week that he's gonna be late, or he's got to drop the kid off, or he's got to do this or whatever. And listen, I don't care who you are. Nobody has 3 doctor's appointments in the same week for 4 months in a row. Needless to say, he went from being a great employee to not so much of a great employee, and ended up getting addicted to drugs, methamphetamine. I personally fired him for methamphetamine use, and once he got clean, I hired him back, and then we fired him again, and just the whole thing is a freaking disaster. Now, he's been dating this girl. Well, he goes downhill, you know, drugs and everything else. And the girl gets tired of him. She gets tired of the bullshit. So she sets him to the curb. But who is the next guy that this girl picks up? Because remember, she's got a backup plan. She's got somebody in reserve. Okay? And I'm not saying it's anything bad. I mean, she's got kids and she doesn't make a lot of money. So if she wants to stay in a decent house, she's going to need somebody willing to pay for it. And it ain't her. She ain't going to work that hard. So she's got this guy on backup. Well, since she set the primary man out, you know, this employee that used to work for me, she calls up the backup man, starts getting all sweet on him. Now, the backup man works for me too. Now, whenever I say the switch out was swift, okay? I mean, the bed didn't get cold between the time that she shifted from one man to another man, okay? Because remember, the first man, he's on drugs now. No money, can't support shit. Behind in all the bills, cars getting repoed, this, that, and the third. So, you know, backup hitter. Batter up. Here comes employee number 2. He starts dating her. And when he starts dating her, she is just peaches and cream for him. Getting him up on time for work, packing his breakfast, doing the whole damn thing, right? Like super nice, super supportive. But then a shift starts to happen. And I see it. The shift starts to happen in the fact that now this second employee that I have, who has always been a phenomenal employee, now he's missing time from work. She needs him to go do this and go do that. And, you know, I've got to work, so you need to take care of the kids, and just so on and so forth. And to me, it really doesn't make sense because he makes $25 an hour and she makes like $14 an hour. So if somebody's going to miss work to drop off a kid, it should probably be the person only making $14 an hour so you don't screw yourself over financially. But to each their own. It's their money, it's their decision. In any event, this second employee, he starts missing work and his attitude starts going down. And I see it. And I say something to him. I'm like, hey man, you know, your performance is going down. Is there something I should be aware of? And you know, he doesn't want to say it, but he's under an immense amount of stress. And I get it. He's having relationship problems. And that stress in the relationship is boiling over into his work life. Well, now because of the demands that she's placing on him, you know, help with this and go to this doctor's appointment and da 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 da. There are points where he's missing 2 and 3 days out of work every single week consistently because she's got other shit she wants him to do. So then whenever he doesn't have a paycheck that's worth a shit, all of a sudden she's going back and talking to first dude. Now first dude doesn't have a government job, okay? He's on paper nowhere. He's working under the table, selling shit, stealing shit, whatever. But he's got that money now from the fast, easy drugs. So now she's talking back to him. And I'm just sitting back going, what the hell have you gotten yourself involved in? The common factor between these two employees is this woman. This woman has set the priorities for them more or less against their will and has negatively impacted their life. And for whatever reason, for a long time, they kept doing what the woman wanted, what their partner wanted, instead of doing what was best for their family, instead of doing what was best for themselves. These two men allowed themselves to be drugged down. Now, the first guy, he dealt with the stress of being drugged down in an entirely inappropriate way, which was drug use, okay? Now, the second guy, he doesn't have a drug problem, but he deals with the stress of being drugged down with anger and frustration and rage. And that negatively affects his job performance, his personal life, his family interactions. Every aspect of his life is negatively affected by the situation and mood that this female or his life partner has created. Now, were there some warning signs along the way? Absolutely. The fact that the bed ain't warm, the fact that you ain't changed your sheets between the last man and the current man should be a clue to man number two that maybe this isn't the most conducive relationship to be in. But all of those warning signs were overlooked because she was showing that interest, that attraction, that seductive nature of, hey, I want you to be my man. And to a guy that doesn't have a lot of worldly experience, that can be very enticing. That can be like, oh wow, she likes me, blah 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 blah, and you start doing everything for her, completely just disregarding taking care of yourself. So now I've got this employee that is having relationship problems. Now, all of this has been very evident to me. I've been watching it unfold, I've been listening, but I have refrained from comment because it is not my relationship, it is not my decision, it's not my life. This guy is just an employee. I care about him, I want him to have, you know, a good relationship and to, you know, have good things in his life, but I see this happening and I have to bite my tongue. That is until I rolled onto my property at 2 o'clock in the morning last night from taking a gentleman to jail. That's a different video that I'll share with y'all later. And I see this employee's car parked in employee parking. I'm like, that's weird, because I don't have a 2 a.m. shift at the septic company. Ain't nobody pumping shit at 2 a.m. except for me. I'm like, huh, As I drive past it, I see he's in it. Like, hold on. Why the hell is an employee sleeping in my parking lot? Is everything okay? I go talk to him. Life has gotten so bad for him that he would rather sleep in his car in a parking lot than be home with his partner. Needless to say, not partner anymore. This woman has managed to drag down two hardworking, and listen, when I say hardworking, I mean do anything kind of guys, has managed to drag them down to the point that one lost his job, not once, not twice, but 3 times, got addicted to drugs, and still has a problem. Now, him getting addicted to drugs, he dealt with the stress in the wrong way, but still. And the second man, she has managed to just absolutely drag through the mud to where, by all accounts, he's fucking broken. When you pick who you're gonna spend your life with, who you're gonna spend your time with, who you're gonna lay your head next to, you gotta pick somebody that when you look at them, the feeling you get is, wow, this person is gonna propel me to greatness. And then this is the other part of it. You also have to be the person that propels them to greatness. But if your life partner is not encouraging you and moving you forward and reminding you of your goals and pushing you and driving you and standing behind your plans and goals and your education and advancement, why are they your life's partner? And it's not just specific to this company. At every place that I've ever worked, at every company that I've ever run, when you hear that Johnny got a new girlfriend, or Susan got a new boyfriend, or whoever the employee is, when their life partner changes, I open my eyes and I look for changes. And with that new life partner, did their life and job and performance and mentality and outlook on life, did it get better or did it get worse? So I've rambled on enough about this, and I'll end it by saying this. If your life partner isn't making your life better, and if you're not making their life better, leave. Because they will drag you down. That's all I got, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Evaluate the people you spend your time with and go be awesome.